Hey guys, I'm Stefan, and welcome back to the Mr. Detailer YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a new product from AutoFanatic called the Holeshot Professional Tire and Trim Dressing. We are going to go through how I discovered AutoFanatic's products, what the product is intended to do, step-by-step instructions that he provides on the back of his bottle, and actually apply it to the tire and the trim of this 2017 Kia Sorento. So let's talk a little bit about the AutoFanatic brand. I stumbled upon him probably, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months ago, watching another YouTube channel, and they were reviewing this new great wheel cleaner that came out. So I said, let's go right to the source, and I went to the AutoFanatic website and started following him in his videos. And he has decided he's making his own line of products, and I have used his gloss enhancer. I have used his secret weapon, which is a like a last step final polish that includes protection in it. I've used his wheel cleaner, and now today we're going to try, for the first time, I've yet to try this, it's a relatively new product, this Holeshot Professional Tire and Trim. So what he says in the description of it is, restore your faded tires and trim to a lustrous deep shine and achieve that show-winning finish by applying Holeshot Professional Tire and Trim Dressing. Holeshot is meant to nourish and protect against dirt, water, and harmful UV damage. So it's got some kind of chemicals in there to protect that from that damage you're going to get from the UV rays. As we know, exposure to elements can brown your tires, discolor plastic and trim, or wash off in the first exposure to rain. This premium high solids, non-solvent based SiO2 infused dressing, so it's got the SiO2, what you see in a lot of the ceramic, what you see in the ceramic coatings and the ceramic detailing sprays that have that SiO2 infused technology. And instead, it's infused to formulate to last long and eliminate sling. You can achieve that deep high gloss or satin finish in just a few simple steps with proper application. Holeshot is professional grade tire and trim dressing made for professional detailers and fanatic car enthusiasts. So again, it goes over that its key features are UV protection, long lasting, hydrophobic. So you're going to get that water beading type properties. The water is going to fall off that, which is what you want. High gloss or satin finish, which is nice because that can give you, if you want that really bright shine, or if you want it to be that satin finish, which kind of goes well with the car, which I prefer. SiO2 infused, like we said, and professional grade. So the first thing we're going to look at here is, before we apply it, I did wash both of these panels. And I scrubbed the tire, and I cleaned the rims prior. I did not do the whole car, I just did these two sections in order to do the trim and the tire. So what does it say to do? It says the application: deep clean tires with odorless mineral spirits and a clean towel. And this is something different that I have never seen in any type of car prior to car dressing application, is to clean the area with mineral spirits. So I watched his video ahead of time, and I will link his video in there, and he says to use these odorless mineral spirits. I mean, obviously you can use regular mineral spirits if you don't mind the smell. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go over the tire with the mineral spirits, and that's going to deep clean and make sure that we get all of that embedded dirt that the tire cleaner might not have gotten off previously. And you can see it right there. Even with 2 scrubbings of my tire and wheel cleaner, it still left a lot on there. I'm gonna go back over it and really give it a good deep clean. And we'll go through that. So now let's take a look at the next step. Then it tells you to clean the vinyl and rubber trim using an IPA solution. IPA is isopropyl alcohol. I have in here a surface prep spray. So I'm just going to spray a little on here. It's got that classic isopropyl alcohol smell. And I'm just going to wipe down the trim to ensure that we remove any oil, remaining grease, dirt off of that. Despite washing the panel, none on there, but it still gives a perfectly clean panel to adjust to. So step 3 is apply Holeshot using a foam applicator, pad, or brush. So when I watched his video, he used a brush, like a detailing brush that you use in the car, on your rims, wherever in the car. I used to use a brush. I found it did do a good application. It left it, like he said, if you use the brush, it's if you want a really glossy type application. If you want that real high gloss, it says to apply with a brush in layers and follow 10 minutes between coats. In a satin, for a satin finish, you're going to want to use a foam applicator and buff to excess residue. And buff off the excess residue. Spread evenly and remove excess until desired sheen is achieved, and then step back and admire the results. I like the satin finish. It leaves the tire black, clean, and that's just me preference, as opposed to I used to cake on dressing before when I first started detailing, and I said, oh my God, if I want that, I want those tires to shine just as bright as the car. Some people like that. I'm just not a fan of it. So let's open it up. First thing I will notice, no smell, and he said that there's no added fragrances, and I don't really know. I mean, other than a fragrance being pleasant to scent, you don't really need a fragrance in your tire dressing. It's not, you're not going to walk around smelling. It's not like the inside of the car where you're going to be smelling a fragrance and it's going to be pleasing because you're going to be sitting there. No one's walking up to the tires to smell them. The second thing I will notice on this is it is incredibly thick. It is not like traditional dressings, which are water-based, very thin, and tend to go on that way, and that's why you're going to get a lot of sling, because the dressings themselves are very thin and they get everywhere into the cracks. So what I'm going to do now is just apply. This is the first time I've ever done it, so you and I are doing this together. We're going to apply this on here. See how a little goes, and it could be because of the so you saw I did about half of the tire with that little bit I put on there, spread it around. Always remember when you're working with these chemicals to wear gloves. So I'm just going to go over the rest of the tire. Make sure I get in all the grooves. And there you go. And what we have here is a nice satiny finish. But what I will be doing afterwards is, after I let it dry, I tend to do this with any dressing. I like the dressing to sit on there as long as I can, but prior to driving, unless it's been sitting there for 24 hours, I will take a dry, clean microfiber towel, buff off. I especially don't notice this with the AutoFanatic Holeshot, is there's not a buildup of product here in the tire, and that's what happens. Is so when you drive, if you don't get this stuff off when you drive and you go down the road, this stuff slings onto the paint. Won't damage the paint, but what happens is those solvents sit on there. They become almost like a glue. They attract, like a magnet. They attract dirt, and you'll get these little black spots all over your paint. So in any dressing afterwards, you still want to buff it down. You want to buff off that excess. But here with Holeshot, there is nothing. But I would go and just still take this, buff it down, and it gives me that nice satiny finish. One other thing, a tip that I recommend is, if you're doing a car, whether it's your own, it's a customer's, client, whatever, is that, again, drive forward or backwards, at least half a tire rotation, because you can never get down here at the bottom with your applicator. And when you drive, then you'll see this, you know, some section of a bare spot where you have not gotten. So after this video, I will be driving the car forward and making sure to get the bottom. Then the last thing we're going to do is the trim. I'm going to put a little bit on there, spread it on, and we're going to do the trim the same way. This trim on this car, this 2017 Sorento, was pretty clean to begin with, but even still, I'm noticing it's really darkening up and giving it a nice clean appearance. I will take that, I had a towel here, take that clean microfiber towel and just buff that down again. And it's giving it that nice, clean, satin-like finish. It's not high and glossy. It looks like it's coming out of the factory, and perhaps even better, it's got a nice black coating. So, reviewing the, going over the products, it's AutoFanatic's Holeshot Professional Tire and Trim. I gotta say, for just doing one tire and trim, really love the product, really love his line of products. I will be reviewing his products, his other products in the future. I hope he comes out with more. I hope he continues to update and update his channel, which he has been. And what I gotta say too is if you follow him, he puts a lot of pride into his products. He doesn't just release products. He's had multiple steps, multiple layers and releases, and he makes sure he gets the product where he wants. So I definitely recommend this. I'll be using this going forward on all my cars, and we'll be reviewing some of his other products in the future. So thanks guys for watching my video today. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to get into conversations with you guys about detailing products, what you'd like me to see me do in the future. Anything else I can talk about, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to link the AutoFanatic website, his YouTube channel in below, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next.